Alright, good morning everybody, it's Mike from PC Classic Cars back with another test drive video. Today we are in the 1970 Ford Mustang Fastback with the original 351 Cleveland and a 3-speed manual transmission. Move the seat back just a little bit. Let it warm up just a little bit here. So this 70 Mustang Fastback has the original numbers matching 351 Cleveland in it. And unusually enough, it does have a factory 3-speed. It's a factory 3-speed car and still retains the original 3-speed behind it. Mechanically, this car is extremely stock. It still is manual steering. It still is manual drum brakes. The Cleveland motor is virtually stock, and then same thing with the rear end. This car drives about as stock as a 70 Mustang Fastback is going to drive like. Motor has good power, transmission shifts up through the gears, down through the gears well, and then it's just a really good cruising car. It does have a set of nice dual exhaust with a knockoff style Flowmaster into a full tailpipe, so it does sound a little bit more aggressive than stock, but other than that, mechanically it's going to be a very, very stock car. I really like how this car drives. It's nothing high performance, but it's a car you can hop in, drive, have a lot of fun with, and just go cruising. Overall road feel is really nice. The suspension feels good, the steering feels good, the brakes also feel really good. Like I said a second ago, nothing high performance, just more of a stock style driving fastback. Interior is very original, and I think most of it is probably the original parts the car came with. It is a factory bucket seat vermilion interior car. The driver's seat does have a little split right underneath where you sit, and then the headliner's got a couple spots that are torn, and well, we're actually not torn, but where the seams are coming undone and kind of falling down a little bit. But the dash is nice. The gauges are all really, really clear and easy to read. The guy that we got this car from said it was 25,000 original miles. When he went and transferred the title into his name, he said it said actual miles on it. Again, there's no way for me to really verify that. It very well could be a 25,000 original mile car, but again, no way to really know. So kind of a question mark on the miles, but judging by the originality of the car, it very well could be, and maybe the car just sat for some period of time, and that's why the cosmetics are older on it. Back on the interior, the rear seat is very clean. Again, the gauges are really clean. The item's not working on this particular car. The radio doesn't do anything. It's just a factory radio. It's not coming on. And then your dash lights, as far as the interior goes, the dash lights are really, really dim and kind of hard to see. They are there, but you'd probably want to do the little LED conversion on the dash lights, would make it a whole lot easier. I've actually done that on some of my personal cars. I have a 72 Gran Torino Sport that I just did the LED light conversion on, and it makes a big difference, especially driving at night. Warmed up, we'll get on it a little bit. Clutch feels good. Actually pulls really hard. You get into third if you always want to go for that fourth gear. I'm actually really impressed with the way that this car drives. Probably one of the better driving Mustangs, either coupe or fastback that I've had in a while. I don't hate that it's a 3-speed. I always love standard transmissions. I wish it was a 4-speed, but the 3-speed is also cool. And if someone ever wanted to convert it to a 3-speed, or excuse me, to a 4-speed, or even at that point, you might as well do a 5-speed. It'd be really easy since the pedals and all the linkage and all that stuff is already there. Exterior cosmetics, it is a factory red car. I do not know when it was repainted. The paint is definitely older. It's got a few little splits, it's got some touch-ups, it's got some flaws. Nothing that you'd be embarrassed about. It's just probably paint from the 80s or even the 90s. So it's just older paint. Still looks good. You walk up to the car, it's got a nice shine to it. You just get real close and you can kind of nitpick it to death. Little touch-ups and little chips and little flaws here and there. But still is presentable, and you can be proud of it to drive your local cruise-ins or hop in the car going down the road. It looks really nice. The body is really solid. There's no real bubbles or bad body work. And then the underneath of this car is rock solid. The floors, the frame rails, the torque boxes, everything that gets nasty on these cars is really solid and really clean on the bottom side. And then again, it's got brand new exhaust on the bottom side as well, so that looks really good. It does have the Mach 1 style hood scoop and the stripe on it, which gives it a little bit more of an aggressive look. Same thing with the rear window louvers. Neither one of them are factory equipment, but it all looks really good. It gives you that Mach 1 style appearance. And I'm sorry y'all hear that in the back. That was my my microphone sliding around in the back. I am gonna roll this window down just a little bit, so we might get a little wind noise, but it's about 105 degrees here in Texas today, and we're cruising with no AC. Test out the suspension here on our bumpy road. All stock style equipment. The steering components and the suspension are definitely older. Nothing that needed to be replaced at the moment, but if someone wanted to replace some suspension components, you could maybe do some new shocks, new springs, but nothing that's beating me to death right now. Still has a good, comfortable road feel to it. And again, we're 25,702 miles. As far as the glass goes, the windows, the driver window and the passenger window will roll down. They're a little snug, but they do make it up and down. They just need a little assistance. Like I can get this one to go all the way down, that one over there. Passenger window might need a little bit more help. A few tiny little scuffs in the windshield, but just all minor. Nothing that needs to be replaced. And then the back glass looks really good. Obviously the rear window louvers cover most of the glass, but at least looking through the rear view mirror, which is really clean, the back glass looks nice. Flip around, I got a couple cars coming the other way. Got that manual steering, so you have to break out the forearm strength a little bit, but it still is an easy car to drive. It does have a nice set of tires on it, and then it's got the Krager wheels, which give it kind of that old school look. So as far as your gauges, the voltage gauge looks to be reading, and then the speedometer's working, the temperature gauge is working, and then got great oil pressure. I do have the fuel gauge listed as no. The fuel, it's reading very full, and it looks like it's kind of coming down a little bit, so the fuel gauge might actually work, but being that it's full and I didn't have to add any gas to it, it might be working. Just kind of a question mark on the fuel gauge. Going down this road, the suspension feels really good. No weird squeaks, no rattles. It's actually a good, tight driving car. If I was going to personally keep it, I would definitely buy the vintage AC, heat and AC system, because here in Texas it is hot. Console's nice. Center console opens and closes like it should. Glove box looks good. It is drums, but it does still stop nice. Doesn't pull in either direction. Wheel cylinders all look good. We do have the turn signals listed as slow, but when you click it on and off, it actually works really well. As always, guys, I appreciate you stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else you want to see, comments, concerns, questions, leave me a comment on the YouTube channel, or you can call or text me directly at 903-820-1019. If you don't already follow us on our brand new website, it's pcclassiccars.com, or you can follow me across all social platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Again, pretty much every place on social media you can find us. The handle is going to be PC Classic Cars, and I will see you guys on the next test drive video.